Hello, welcome back to another pen talk. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining me as I explore this amazing wide world of pens we are fortunate enough to enjoy. Occasionally one gets gifts, and this is one that I recently got from a person I would call a friend who I've known for quite a while. And we communicate via letters, a pen pal, and also a fellow pen collector, and I've purchased a pen from him. So when I got this package in the mail, I was quite surprised. You know, it's a well-done gift box. It has that really good feel of faux leather. You open it up, and it's very nicely done. And we'll see, an interesting pen. It's a Monteverde Prima. According to Rob, he got it from Madison Fine Pens, which are active on eBay mostly. Here's their listings. They have some older new pens and some vintage. Interesting combination, worth checking out. According to Rob, this pen was made for the Japanese market, which I could agree with. I couldn't find any reference to this in any of my searches, this particular pattern on the Monteverde Prima. And he also said he thought I would like it because the nib wrote fairly well. So here's Rob's contact card. If you're in the Minnesota area, he does do a lot of interesting construction work. So look him up. He's also active on eBay. Here's his listing, and he does have some great vintage pens listed. And like I say, from the one that I bought, Parker 45 with a phenomenal nib, I strongly recommend if you find a pen that you like from Rob, make a bid on it. So we're going to explore this pen, and we're going to see in a writing sample how well I like the pen. But it is certainly attractive and a different type of look. This comes in a lot of different patterns, a lot of different colors. I think it's still being made and sold, but I could be mistaken. It's been around probably close to 10 years, but it's a classic design, and this example of it is extremely well made. Nice, sturdy, usable clip with some spring to it. The cap comes off in about 1 1/4 turns. You'll see that recognizable Monteverde nib, and yes, it's inked up. I filmed the uninked versions of this video first because I like to play around with a pen before I do my review. Just feels good in the hand. Before we leave the box, there's a little pull tab here, and you lift up this nice velvety, and here's an ink cartridge. Again, looks like Standard International. I don't know whether a long will fit or two shorts. I'm not into cartridges, so not going to find out in my reviews. Here's a good card. You know, it's a nice sturdy card, one that you can keep with you. Discussing the pen. Yes, it has a screw-in converter. And also you find this other interesting folder that talks about Monteverde USA, the warranty, etc., etc. You flip it over and you'll see contact information. And there, yes, it is. It's distributed by Yafa. Here's the Monteverde Prima, partially disassembled. Overall, it's extremely well made. Nice thick acrylic. We'll do an LED X-ray a little bit later. Yeah, nice substantial cap band there. Functional, simplistic design clip. Just the right amount of spring to it. Section has a decent heft to it, a lot of metal here. The nib did not pull out. So one of the downsides to these are the flow issues, which I've had with a Conklin pen, Monteverde Conklin, part of the Jaffa family, and there's been a lot of concerns about their nib quality. Apparently they've gone to Jovo, and at the end of the day, I don't think it's made a big improvement. So one of the things they did here, and they're known for, is their threaded converters, which also Delta had. You can see those threads inside the section. Nice metal band here at the end. Nice soft plastic. Looks like a Standard International. You know, that just screws in. And it fits well. Moves well. Let's bring in the LED and see how that resin has any transparency to it. I have the blinds down, but doesn't really darken the room as much as you would like. But it does allow us to peer inside. Yeah, there's a machine ledge in there. Doesn't appear to be any metal. I think that's all glued together there, no screw in place. A nice logo there at the top. If we go into the resin, we'll see some transparency. Same thing with a barrel. Yeah, nice thick acrylic. The pen has a nice substantial feel to it. And the whites are somewhat translucent, which is what we would expect. So it was very easy to get a nice full fill. And I did my 3 times. The first time I pulled up ink, there was just a little air gap. It's always good to see. Then obviously the second and third ones were solid ink. This is the ink I chose to use. I think it should work well. It's worked well on every pen I've ever put it in. Good flow, nice color, and some permanence. So the machining and the fit and finish is excellent. The cap takes, oh, we got some ink. Well, we're back and I've removed the ink that was on my fingers. So one thing I wanted to show was the threading is very well done. The tack takes a little bit more than 1 1/4 turns to get off, which is good. The other thing that's nice is you can spin off the barrel and spin it back on. So the threads work nice. You know, overall the fit and finish, you can't really find flaws with it. And it is a very classic looking design with those white and black stripes that are kind of chaotic and varied. Pen doesn't seem to be around at all. I never found any references to it, but I have one in front of me, so it does exist. So I've spent some time with the Monteverde Prima, and I'm coming away with very positive impressions. And Rob sent me the pen thinking that I would like it, and he heard in my videos my previous poor experience, except the Monteverde Invincia in Nighthawk with the 1.1 stub, black nib, writes well. But that's 1 out of about 7 or 8 Conklin / Monteverdes that I have that I like. So overall, this has a, on the light side as far as weight goes, considering all the metal in there. You know, we uncap, it's a quick amount of turns. It fits nicely in the hand, unposted. Sections about as small as I like it. We'll give you the dimensions of the section. We'll give you the weight of the pen. This design facilitates posting. Posts nice and deep. It does add weight to the pen. It's not exactly the best feeling for writing because that cap is a little on the heavy side and it's back weighted the pen a little bit, but it's still very, very usable. We'll give you the lengths. So I think we need to put some of that 54th on the paper. Well, we heard how very smooth this nib is. And there's a little bit of feedback, and this is rhodia paper, so that's pretty smooth. So you're going to get feedback from the nib, but it's like a pencil type feedback, which I'm fine with. But this lays down a really nice line. Very happy with it. The other thing that's interesting is it has some built-in natural line variations. And if you put a little pressure on it, it opens up a little bit. I mean, it's not something you're going to do a lot of, but as you can see, you can get some line variation from that. So overall, as a pen goes, this is okay. So let me rate the pen. I'm going to give it a 9.2. Gets one check for the nib, one check for the build quality and design. Do I recommend it? Well, this is one example, and if you read a lot of reviews on Monteverde pens, a lot of them are not very positive, and there's a lot of inconsistencies, and based on my experience with them, I would say there is. But it's a nice looking pen, and it's a number 6 nib, so you can swap it out for anything that you want. And that's what many people have done, and then they've enjoyed the pen with a different nib in it. But this nib that came with this pen is certainly okay in my book. So we've reached the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and thank Rob for sending me this nice pen to try out, and he said I might like it, and I do. Hope you're staying safe, healthy, and happy, enjoying your pens. Looking forward to the new year that's coming up. 2020 set the bar into the ground, so 2021 should have no problem clearing the bar set by 2020. And hopefully you find that also. We've reached the end of this video. Go out and write, put some ink on paper, share your thoughts, enjoy the ink. We're going to say bye for now. This is one smooth, nice, everyday writer.